nitrous ignites the night. Street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hear gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds of air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hearts pounding, plugs and tires screech, flames kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night. Street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hear gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds of air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hearts pounding, plugs and tires screech, flames kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night. Street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hear gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds of air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, hearts pounding, plugs and tires screech, flames kiss the asphalt, defiant, boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night. Street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight. Don't you hear gear shift, turbo scream savage. Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc. Corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns prayers, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, revs some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds the air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes and tires screech, brakes, flames, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slither rain past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, danger's a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds the air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes and tires screech, brakes, flames, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slither rain past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, danger's a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds the air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes and tires screech, brakes, flames, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punch you in, gear shift, turbo scream savage, chassis low like a snake, slither rain past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, danger's a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, bears, leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Hold clouds the air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
roar, heart is pounding, plugs and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, plugs and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, plugs and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev, some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar, heart is pounding, plugs and tire screech, blaze, kiss the asphalt, defy, boost gauge, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights of blood, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second a crime spree. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony revs some soprano. Pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding planks and tires screech, flames kiss the asphalt, defiant boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past habit, corners tight, grip slick, danger's a handshake, victory's the only drug I let my hands take.
HVRL, that weather speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me.
Adrenaline symphony revs some soprano. Pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a drag strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Oh, closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Lots of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
Engines roar hard as pounding planks and tires screech, flames kiss the asphalt, defiant boost cage, red line, nitrous ignites the night, street lights are blurred, chasing stars out of sight, punching.
All right, everybody, welcome to the High Velocity Racing League Turn and Laps podcast for today, August 15th. Yeah. Well, we were racing 4 series, and now we are down to 3 as the finale for the Gen 6 was this previous week on Friday. We raced 156 laps there. We'll get right into it. Ray Hanneman was dominant for the beginning stages of the race. He and Bryce qualified on the pole and outside pole, and Bryce was able to lead a lap pretty early. He got aggressive right at the green flag and then kind of fell back at that point. He went into the race with a 10-point lead and continued to build on that as the race progressed, beating CD Mangrum in stage points for both stage 1 and stage 2. By the end of stage 2, he was up by 14 on CD. And then it became clear, because of how well Ray had done, he won stage 1 and finished in second in stage 2 to William Kern. So he had 19 stage points. At that point, he had gained quite a bit onto CD, and then it was a battle for the second position in the championship, with Ray having to win the race in order to make it happen. He was going in, or at one point was 3 points back from CD as he was in the second position trying to chase down Jose Mercado. Everybody was saving fuel, as we had been dealing with all season long. And at the end of the race, Jose did not have enough fuel to get in to the final laps and had to pit with about 3 or 4 to go. Relinquished the lead to Ray, who then also had to deal with saving. He thought he had enough, and he'd been pushing to try to get back to that race win. He knew that race win was going to be very critical, and at the end of the day, he does get it, only barely, crossing the line with very, very little fuel left in it. Had to get pushed around, I believe, or coast around to the start-finish line at the end of it. but Ray came home with the race win and second place in the points to cap off a really good season for Hanneman. For Mangrum, he was disappointed not to come home with at least second. I feel like he thought he had a chance at the race, at the championship, if the race had gone the right way for him. But yeah, and Bryce does take home the championship here for the Gen 6, or not Gen 6, next gen. See, we're talking about Gen 6 all the time. And Tomlinson will bring it home in fourth in the points. He had a pretty poor race here at Phoenix as well. And, you know, really came down to that really big lead that Bryce got from Nashville Super Speedway at the start of the round of 4. He was able to generate a lead, a big advantage going into New Hampshire in the second race of that round of 4, and CD wasn't able to ever make it up. And really, that's what it came down to. Bryce did a good job of generating a good lead at the beginning of the round, and comes home with a championship.
Yeah, I know we didn't have the best attendance that race, but I know those few up there were battling pretty good, and I was watching it. There was quite a few lead changes there, so it seemed like
Yes.
with the people in there were good. And I didn't even have any idea watching it that Ray was even close to even passing CD. It was really just how many points does CD need to maybe take the championship, and I really wasn't even thinking about Ray until after the fact.
I don't honestly, going into the event, I wasn't considering Ray being able to catch up and pass for second in the championship either. I had pretty much written it off as, Ray's coming home third in the championship. Him and Mason would be battling for third in the championship, but for the most part, it would be CD versus Bryce, who was going to win the whole thing. And then all of a sudden, I look and I'm counting points because after stage 2, CD goes, "Hey, can we get a points update?" So I'm like, "Yeah, all right." Went through, muted myself so I could go ahead and count some things and look at, pole. Who got the pole? Well, Ray got the pole. He got 2 points. Who's got the fastest lap? Oh, well, Bryce has the fastest lap, so that's another point towards Bryce's side of things. Ray's led lap. Bryce has led a lap. Ray's likely going to get the most laps led as well. And then I'm just sitting here calculating, and I told CD, it was like 14 points. You're down 14 points right now to Bryce. And then and Ray was, I think at that point, 17 back at the end of stage 2. So he was 3 points behind. He needed to win the race or just beat CD by 3 positions. And late in that race, actually, CD was able to catch up to Bryce and get by him and put the pressure right back on to Ray. Ray needed to get the win in that situation in order to make it happen. CD ended up finishing in second in the race, and I think Bryce ended up in third. So, the top 3 ended up in the top 3. Top 3 for the championship ended up in the top 3 in the race as well. Not in concurrent order, but still a very good showing there from Ray. He messaged me before the race and said, "I really like this track." So I was wondering whether he was going to be a contender, and he showed very early on that he was. He led the most laps of the race, and I'm going to take a look and see how many exactly it was. 82 of the 156 scheduled laps. Jose was challenging for the most laps led there for a bit. He had 50 laps led. Jose was really strong in the third stage. He was the fastest car on track by far. And Ray really dominated the first half of the race, with Kern getting a few of those laps led as well. He had 19, Kern did. Overall, not a bad race for Kern as well. He was able to take advantage of the people having to save. Kern's always been good at saving fuel. I mean, we've seen it in the Gen 6 as well, how good he is at saving fuel. So, I mean, Will was able to make it work through the beginning 2 stages and was able to go up there, lead some laps, got a stage win. He's not really battling for anything other than just kind of like secondary positions in the championship, as far as, not for the championship 4, but, for the top 8 or whatever. So he was just kind of doing what he was doing there and filling the body out there as a driver. And yeah, at the end of the race, we only had 5 drivers running, and that was the top 5. So Ray, CD Mangrum, Bryce, Fontaine finishes in 3rd, Will in 4th, and Jose in 5th, with Mason 6th and Mike Marini, our 7th car on track. So he finished in 7th, 77 laps down. So halfway through the race, he lost interest or whatever it may have been. But
Yeah. Overall, not a bad season. I mean, 7 different winners. I mean, nobody really. I mean, Bryce clearly did the best with the 7 wins I think he had, but I mean, nobody was really untouchable each race. It could really be anybody's race going into each one. It felt like here after a couple
Yeah.
seasons or a couple races in. So I think
Yeah,
seven
and
winners is pretty good.
and the whole playoff was a bunch of different storylines going on. At the beginning of the round of 12, you had Ray, who started out hot, winning 5 stages, including a race win. Uh, and then you get to the round of 8, and all of a sudden, CD turns on a light to fire under his ass, and he wins 2 races in that, and looked like he could have had a chance at that third race win as well. So he was hot going through the round of 8 and into the championship 4. And right off the rip, we didn't get the broadcast for that first race because I was out of town or at another event. And Bryce got the win at Nashville Super Speedway. Then we go to New Hampshire, and CD battles back and gets the win. And then, like we said, it was a storyline of who was going to get that championship between those two. And I'm glad we were able to see some parity and have a dominant race from somebody to get a chance at maybe swapping positions in the middle of that championship 4. And Ray was able to make it do and make it a pass for the championship for P2 in that. So overall, a good playoff and an excellent season. Ray's got 2 race wins on it. He's one of those 7. Joe Hudson, also a multi-race winner. He got 2 race wins. Mason got 3, including the race win at the end of the round of 12 to put him. Was it the round of 12?
Yeah, in
Or was it the round of 8?
Martinsville. No, it was
the round of
8.
8.
Yeah, it was 8.
Yeah,
I think
he got the race win to put him in the round of 8 to the championship 4, and that ended up bumping Will and Jose both out. Jose was dominant at Martinsville as well. And then CD had 4 race wins. Like I said, 3 of those came in the playoffs. 3 of those 4 race wins come in the playoffs. Excellent job by him. Jose got a race win. Will got a race win. And then Fontaine, like you said, Bryce got 7 on the season. He started off real strong too. So an excellent season. And that's the end of the Cup Series for this season.
Right. And then we don't know what we're gonna do on Fridays. We're still in talks, but I know we're gonna line it up with trucks and ARCA and Gen 6 if we keep Gen 6. So that's looking to restart. I know we already had some questions being asked about when the next season will start, but we normally take anywhere from 3 to 6 weeks off in between to get everything reset and recruitment races. But it's looking to start at the first week of December anyway. So and then we'll decide whether we could bring next gen back. It's not a favorable car for a lot of people, but if there's a lot of interest, we'll bring it back and put it on Fridays. Maybe keep Gen 6, or maybe we'll do Xfinity, or I don't know. We have a bunch of options. We'll definitely get into that.
Yeah, we're gonna go through them as an admin team, as well as maybe asking asking something of the people as well. Maybe we want to find out what kind of interest there is to drive which cars there are. If there's not very much interest in the next gen car, maybe we go with an Xfinity or Indy or something different. Just to to help out having another league and another night of racing here in High Velocity Racing League. So,
all right. Well, what do we want to talk about next?
we might as well go right to the next race, which is the Truck Series.
All right, we could do
where
that.
this one choked it away.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did.
He did.
That's why he ain't said a word yet. He's still choked up about it.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, it sucked, but it's my own fault. Ain't nobody I can blame but myself and my fuel man. That's about it. I went into the last pit stop and just didn't get enough fuel. That's all. That's what happened. So
I know what happened. You stopped by Chris's corner and got a dog, didn't you?
I think my fuel man did. His fat ass didn't fill up that can.
Too busy over there on Chris's corner. I should pull that up, but
oh man, that was funny.
It was funny.
We also have it nicknamed Weiniger Way. That was another one that we liked. But yeah, taking a look at the the race. It was at Gateway on the road course. Very tight track. I mean, there was not very many opportunities to pass. Down into turns 1 and 2 seemed like the best options to pass. And if you could make it work through the long sweeping corner, which I believe was turn 5 into turn 6, that was another opportunity to make a pass happen.
Yeah, I was catching some of the people out of 6, just taking that at a different angle, and then getting them into that left hand hairpin.
Yep.
To get back up on the track. So just getting alongside of them in that short straightaway. But it was, yeah, it's a tight track, and there's some bumps there, and that sweeping turn on the inside. It's real bumpy, so people were locking up their brakes. I saw a couple times. Interesting track though. I mean, I didn't like it all that much. I'm not gonna lie. It was okay, but it was still fun. I like the road courses, obviously, but
I do not like the road courses, but I will say single car driving on that track, it was not that bad. Driving with other people on that track was a lot different story. You had to worry about a lot of different braking zones for different people. People were taking it more aggressive, less aggressive, especially into turns 1 and 2. I was able to generate a lot of runs through the NASCAR 3 and 4 down into turn 1. I think I passed probably like 7 or 8 people that way. And then mistake was made. I won't go into more detail of it other than that. I told my team members what happened and wasn't super impressed about what happened, but I'm not going to bring it up any more than that. Mistake was made, and my race was doomed after that. And I ended up back in the 18th. Nope, I'm sorry. Yep, 18th position. I was right. So it wasn't a very fun race for me.
Yeah, I mean, I had good pace, and I know Mr. Shane Williams in that 38 truck.
Yep.
He was on my butt that first stage there, but I was saving a little bit. I wasn't saving a ton, but I just needed enough to get to lap 14. Unfortunately, he ran out of fuel coming into pit road, or right before it, like right at that hairpin, I think, and is about where he ran out. And that kind of killed his race. He had very good pace, though. I know Hall, he had a EOL. He had pace. I think if he would have started up there, he would have had something to say at the end of this. And of course, our winner, Ryan Siebold, I mean, he had pace. I may have been just a tad faster here and there, but I made a huge mistake, and he did not. And those mistakes are amplified at these road courses. I feel with no pit stop. I mean, with no yellows. So any little mistake is gonna kill you. It's gonna lose you some spots for sure. So
yeah, he ended up finishing a lap down as well. Shane ended up finishing 15th. Overall, not a, like you said, it seemed like he had speed for sure. Even when I had to race around him a couple of times, he was definitely fast. Trying to think of who else.
Just look at the fastest
where'd
lap.
Anthony Hall?
Where's Shane? He ended up where's he at? 8th place.
Okay, yeah, I think he even took an extra pit stop too.
He had a pretty quick lap too, though.
Yeah.
He ran down in the underneath a minute 1 as well. He had a 1 minute 0.9, which is just a touch slower than Shane's fastest lap with a 1 minute 0.875. Yeah, so Hall had pace, Sean had pace, and Siebold was just on the. He had speed as well, but he was just on the right end of the strategy as far as that goes.
Yeah, he nailed it on that part of it. And Andre had a good stint there. I was watching the replay back, and it looked like he went 13 laps on the first stint, and then stretched out one of them like a lot. One of the maybe the last
he went
stint.
13, and I remember watching him saying like, "There's no way he's gonna make it now." Then all of a sudden, his next stint was 15. I was like, "Well, that just made it okay." I think
I was able to get 15 out of a stint, which is how I was able to get stage points in the first stage. Because all of you guys had to pit that were ahead of me, and I ended up in I think 4th in the first stage, And then the mistake happened in the second stage, because I feel like I could have probably done the same deal in stage 2 that I did in stage 1, and maybe have been able to get some stage points out of that as well. That was kind of my hope, especially since I'm below the cut line going into this race and out of this race as well. So that was my game plan, was to try to stretch it and get as many stage points as I could, hoping, because I felt like I had some decent speed. I wasn't the fastest by any stretch of the imagination, because I do not like road racing at all. But I felt like I could keep up with a few of the drivers in the mid pack, and I had a chance at a fringe, probably 12th to 10th place finish if everything had gone right for me.
Yeah, Josh Presley was pretty fast too. I know we did the practice on the previous Friday, and he was up there, and just a single lap time. But I mean, he ended up 4th, and then Everly ended up 5th. Good for them guys. I'm sure that helps their playoff standings. I'm not sure exactly where those guys are. Let me bring it up here. Everly, I feel like
He's been
decent,
creeping
but
towards the front. Yeah, he's been creeping towards the front for sure.
He's not even up
he's
there
in
in points.
23rd. Yeah,
Yeah,
he's in 23rd.
must not have showed up very many races.
He's got 6, and he missed a couple.
Well, we've always said,
yeah,
provisionals will kill you in this league if you don't have a race win.
Yeah.
So
Might cost me the championship. I hope not, but down at the bottom of the cut line, like Chase was saying, I mean, it is a battle, very close.
Yep, I'll pull that up now so everybody can follow along. Go ahead.
Yeah. I mean, you got Anthony Hall in 11th place. He's plus 11 to the cut line right now. And Bloodworth on the bubble. He's plus 5 to me. And then right behind me, I've got Shoemate 1 point behind me, and Corey Moore 1 point behind him. So we've got, what did I count that out to? 13 points between 11th and 15th. There's 5 drivers with all trying to shoot for that last playoff spot.
Well, for those 2, you have 5 drivers going for those 2 playoff spots for sure. Now with Bobby Grady is, I'm pretty sure a lock no matter what.
Yeah, at plus 86 he should be. Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm
Although
with the extra. We have
an
extra stage, but I think the most points you can get is like 68. That makes it 78 with the extra stage, and he's plus 86. So Bobby's pretty much locked in. I guess Nava, I mean, if he doesn't show up or use a provisional something, and if something really bad happens to Shane, then he can maybe not get in. But although a win, let's say KT wins it.
Yes.
I mean, now
KT or Josh Revel or any of the guys that are below.
Corey Moore, Shoemate's right there. I mean, Shoemate can win a race for sure. I know he can. He's been fast. He's had the speed all year. So
any of these guys here from 8th to 17th, I think could get a win.
Yeah.
So yeah, but if anybody below the cut line, now you're just fighting for 1 spot maybe.
Or a driver like Randy Post, who has always been pretty good at Charlotte. He could get a race win and put himself into the top 20 and push somebody out.
Yep.
Zachary Tyler has been very close to getting a win.
Yep.
So I know he won one last year or 2.
He won.
He won one and almost won 2 weeks ago. Wait, was it 2 weeks ago? Yeah.
Yeah.
So he can get himself in with the win.
Where is he at in points?
He's right on the bubble. He's in.
Oh, he was like 25th or something, right?
21, yeah.
Okay. He's at 21 right now.
Oh, well, if he ends up winning, he would definitely break the top 20 and get the win.
Yep.
So that would
solidify
him as in. Yeah, it's going to be interesting. And then that's why I love having this long race right here and the extra stage. It really does shake things up a little bit. Adds a whole nother layer of a race you can have. This is just definitely one you don't want to miss with all the points added. So, definitely going to be interesting. How do y'all feel about Charlotte under our sunset and the lights? All right.
Yeah. It's not my favorite. It's not my favorite track, but I'm going to be out this week. But I mean, I think it should be good racing. And especially with the long race, you never know. You really don't know. Somebody could get wrecked out like, halfway through, or A lot of crazy things can happen, and the extra stage points are going to be huge.
Yep.
Would you say you're
Track
gonna be
does
out
not-
this week? You ain't gonna be out this week. You're making Charlotte.
No, I'm out.
Oh, are you? I thought you said you were leaving Tuesday.
Provisional. Well, I got some family thing going on. I thought it was
Oh.
going to be in the morning, but it
Oh,
got
that's
switched to
right.
the afternoon.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. No, you should still be good.
Well, we'll
You have
see.
Chris chasing
think
you. He's gonna fold up like a
Chris-
cheap lawn chair. He can't handle the pressure. He doesn't have the experience.
You got a race
Seabolt
one anyway.
is-
You're in.
Yeah, I'm in, but
Oh, you're talking about
want to
this.
get.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I see.
Yeah, I want to get the championship.
Yeah, he wants
because
to
I'm
get
going to
one
miss
of-
the first
one of
race. I'm going to
those.
miss the. And I'm going to miss the first race of the playoffs. I'll be out of town for that one, so I'm already going to be
Oh,
behind the
dang.
8 ball. Behind
You're
the
gonna
8
miss
ball.
out on that, and you're gonna miss out on that one over there.
So we'll see what happens. I mean, I really need. Yeah, I was hoping to pad my points a little bit this Sunday, but it's not going to happen. But whatever, I'm in. We'll see what happens in the playoffs.
Hey, maybe you can get you a provisional driver.
I'm looking for a rig in Hawaii is what I'm doing already. So
Just show
I'll
up,
rent it
just
for a
get the
little bit.
first stage done, yeah. And then if the time runs out, that's still better points than provisional.
Well, yeah, that would be for Atlanta. I can I don't know if I could find somewhere to race over there. I would, but the wife ain't gonna like it. But I mean, I can deal with that later after it's over with.
Later. Yeah, right. Once the settlement's done.
Yeah.
But yeah, it kind of sucks. It's gonna screw me up a little bit. But yeah, I mean Charlotte with the long race and the 3 stages, it's gonna make this points battle very interesting to watch and fun to watch. I'll find some way to watch it. I'll at least keep tabs on it when I'm out. So
I don't have the sim racer pulled up. I only had the playoff standings pulled up. How does the points look between you and Chris? And is Chris
I'm
still
up
in second?
67.
Yeah, 67.
I'm up 67. Seabolt's 8 behind that, 75 away from me. Bobby Grady's 1 point or 9 points behind that, 84 out from me. So I think Chris is probably the only guy that can catch me. I got a provisional, so he needs 74. I think if he does very well in the stage points and gets some extra bonuses, and he has a shot. He's got to finish
you
top
can get
3.
80. Yeah, you got to win the race, win all 3 stages, and like lead all the bonus points. I think you can get 80 this
all that
race.
stuff, yeah.
So that's a pretty tall order for him.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah, you should be okay.
Me, on the other hand, I'm gonna have to be real good, and
Yeah,
I don't feel
yeah.
comfortable at all right now. The practice sessions that I've done on the track do not feel great for me. So I'm hopeful that
It's going to be a
something-
battle for those stage points between you guys, because that's going to be huge in playing out. This points battle for sure is definitely those stage points.
Yeah, definitely looking forward to that. All right, well that's all of trucks. Now what we get into? Oh, we're getting into next gen next, huh?
You mean Gen 6?
I'm in Gen 6.
See, you did it now too.
I did, yeah.
All right. Well, we went to Michigan
that's
for a 100-lap race, not
another-
70.
Yeah, another interesting
yeah.
points battle.
Yeah, there's a lot of interesting points battles, really.
Yeah, what happened there? Oh yeah, I remember now.
You had a rough
I think-
race.
Yeah,
That's what happened.
that's what I remember.
You had a real rough race. Few cautions there through the race. A lot of people driving aggressive. A lot of people getting tight
Yeah.
into the wall and then getting loose off of the wall into other people, myself included. But yeah, it was a 100-lap race, and honestly, it was a pretty good race. I felt like. I mean, it all the races have been fun. This is the first one where I think some people, maybe the second one, where some people were like, this isn't the greatest car to race, especially like in these long tracks where drafting is a factor. Indy was the other one that I think a lot of people had issues with. But this one, I felt like it was a good race, and I had a chance to win it, so can't really complain too much. Thought I was cursed at Michigan.
Yeah, would have
29 lead
solidified
changes.
as the best
Sorry.
2-miler if you won, huh?
No, it still wouldn't be the best 2-miler. It still wouldn't. Even if I got the win, it still wouldn't. Auto Club's still better. That's why it's in the playoffs and not Michigan.
No, it was a good race, and I enjoyed this race because it kept everybody really close. And even guys you sometimes don't always race around, you're able to race with them and work with them as well. But it also gave those guys, like Kern, he found himself front, back, like 2 or 3 times. He had to work his way back up, and we were unable to do that. A lot of times
Yeah,
because of that.
what I'm looking at is 29 lead changes, and I'm looking at laps led, and it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different drivers had double-digit laps led, which is by far probably our closest battle as far as like raciness like that. Yeah, man, it was fun. I'll tell you that. We were 4 wide, 3 wide, and driving in packs and switching lanes, and it caused a lot of that kind of mayhem. But I mean, it was fun. It was fun. That's why everybody kept doing it. It's just fun to do. So
It just goes back to what I was saying in the session, which is the 550 package in these Gen 6 cars sucks for that reason alone, because it turns these types of races into pack races. It does the same thing with the intermediates. It makes it tighter, which makes it more exciting. But at the same time, it's like as a driver, you can't separate yourself.
Yeah.
But you say that about the intermediates, but we were so spread out last season in the All-Star race, so I don't feel like that's true with the intermediates because those tires were a huge play. We were all over the place at that All-Star race.
It plays a factor on the more wide open ones, a la Kansas. Kansas was a lot different. Tracks like Charlotte, where there's a little bit more technique to it, are different. But those intermediates like Vegas, like Kansas, that type of track, those
just
ones
hammer down.
it's just hammer down and then try to save your tires as much as you can. But for the most part, it's mostly hammer down. I mean, that's what we saw from Kansas anyway. A lot of people up front that were drafting to get up there, and then it was just no separation really. It was a lot of pack racing, and that's what that 550 package did with the Gen 6. And I wish we could choose which package we were using, because that would make things a lot more interesting if we had the 750 package.
I know.
But yeah, it was a great race overall. Newcomer to the Gen 6 and a rookie in the Truck Series as well, Mason Connell. He comes home with the win. That's he pulled the happy treatment and got the sweep at Michigan, because I think he won the trucks race at Michigan as well.
Yeah.
So he's got the sweep at Michigan. He's pulling the happy special there from Talladega last season. We won't talk about that.
We can.
No, we don't want to talk about that. We don't want to make your head any bigger than it already is. You'll take up the whole screen down there if you do that. Daniel Everly, that's his first race. He got the pole and ended up finishing in second. I don't know if there was a tire call there at the end or not, but both those guys were able to run right through between Kevin Fry and myself, who were battling for the win there on the last lap going through the final corner. And I made a boneheaded move going all the way to the bottom. And then Don Miller finished in started fifth as well. So Andre got sixth. Brent Escareno got seventh. Drew Halloran in eighth. KT ninth. And Happy brought it in 10th place. Yeah. It was a good race.
That was tough, man. I was trying to keep up. And I'm like, man, these guys are all pretty quick. And I found myself working. I got up in some late trouble and got an incident and a lap down, had to get it back, and then so kind of ruined my race. But I'm okay in points, so overall not bad. Speaking of points,
Happy getting his lap back with 2 to go.
Yeah, which didn't really help me any too much. Couple positions, but not really. So
didn't help me either.
As everybody's looking at the playoff standings here, we have another, gosh dang, all the way from 7th to 15th.
Yep,
is only
not to 15th
or no.
17th
I'm
to
sorry.
12th.
Yeah,
7th to 12th.
Yeah, 7th to 12th can. I mean, Matt, you can go all the way up to 7th.
I could also get a win and go all the way to the top.
You can also
green.
You can also
go all the way to green.
You can also be right here in 13th.
I could. I very well could.
Because only one thing has to happen.
I could also be in 13th for another reason, because we've got a driver that's not in there yet because he's not in the top 20.
Correct. Since Mason won, he would be locked in, but he hadn't made but 2 races yet, and he's sitting at what, 24th, 25th?
Yeah, he's like, I think he was less than 40 points back from 20th place.
Right.
So.
So if he gets in the top 20, that's going to bump out
whoever's in 12th right now.
Yeah, or whoever's in
So.
12th after the race anyway.
Well, that's what I mean.
So.
Whoever's in the 12th position after the race is over, yeah.
Yeah, but only being
But probably me.
I mean, you're only what, 11 points down from 8th. I mean, you know, and what, 14 points down or 15 down from 7th. So
yeah,
I mean, and with stage points and that, I mean, Don Miller could even be down there. Travis George, any of those guys, KT.
I think Don's probably safe from being eliminated. Maybe not. Well, no. It depends on what happens with Mason.
Yeah, for sure.
I think he's safe. I think he's safe from being eliminated. Just by starting alone, he'll be able to be safe from elimination as far as,
I mean, as long as all the guys behind him don't get really good stage points and he doesn't get any.
Well, he's going to have everybody everybody behind him. So that's, I mean, not everybody can get near perfect stage points.
No.
That's the thing. The person that's going to need near perfect stage points is going to be Randy Post, who was the second place driver from this exact race in the All-Star race last season. He finished in second to William Gay and looked like one of the best cars on track.
Oh, he was.
I mean, he had a very real chance of being able to contend there at the end, but I think tires played a factor and Gay was able to run away with it. So, that's a scary situation for me as a person who is in 12th right now on the bubble. It's another situation where stage points, just trying to get as many points as I possibly can to try to beat the people that are ahead of me and just put myself in as good a position as I can and hope for the best.
Man, you just like exciting races. I think you set yourself up for this on purpose. Truck series, this series.
I love drama. I'm just trying to make sure I finish in eighth for the points here in Gen 6. So I can help you guys out, you know.
That sounds right. What was that with our 8-ball? It's your 8-ball.
Yeah. This is the nickname that they're trying to give me, guys. But yeah, so Grady, Fry, Kern, and Tucker are confirmed locked in right now. Again, Mason, he needs to get into the top 20. If he does, he will get himself locked into the playoff as well. Right now, Happy at plus 135 is definitely locked in. Wilder plus 120 is definitely locked into the playoffs as well via points. Don Miller plus 62, Travis George plus 58, as well as KT McCann also plus 58. Is that post penalty or pre penalty?
On George, that's post.
Okay.
Post, yeah. Yep.
Okay. And then plus 52 for Chris. And then plus 51 for Dayhoff, plus 47 for me. So again, it really is going to come down to, does Mason get himself into the top 20 in points at the end of this race? And does somebody behind us come up and take the win, like a Post, like a Keller, like a Nava? Those drivers, again, they're talented. They very easily could go out there and get a race win here at Charlotte and completely decimate anything that I'm hoping for.
I remember last season doing the All-Star race, and we did 200 laps in these, and I remember being worn out after that. 200 laps was a long race, and it's only half of what those real guys run. So
300 miles is a long time.
Is Connell checked in for the race?
I haven't seen. But he's gonna. I mean, if he can get into it, he's gonna have to do well. He's gonna have to do a very good job in the points. Let's take a look. I'm gonna take a look at it.
I don't. Oh yeah, he was the first one to check in. He's ready to go, buddy.
He's fired up. So he is.
He's
sitting in 25th right now. The 20th place in the points is at 105 right now. And Mason
pretty much
is at
the
58.
guys in front of him can't show up.
He can do it.
Really?
I don't know. He can still get in, I think. I mean,
because we get
he's gonna need to get to at least 100. I mean,
Yeah, so those
points.
guys in front of him, like if
You-
two of them
So
that's
he's
been
gonna
showing up don't show up, then he's
he's
still
gonna
going to have a
need.
good race.
So he's at 58 right now. 105 is the cut right now for 20th. So he's gonna need just to get there 47 points, and then if Escarino, who Escarino, who has been showing up, he shows up, that's going to put another person that he's going to have to pass. Drew's been showing up. So
Escarino checked in.
Oh, okay. He did check in.
Drew's been showing up as well, so he's going to be not be able to catch him. So if that's the case, if Escarino shows up, that might keep Mason out of the playoff as well, just because he hasn't got enough points.
And Cameron Pendergrass has checked in.
He's below him in the points.
Curtis has checked in.
So Curtis is showing up. So there's the two right there.
Yeah.
Keller and Wagner have checked in.
Oh shoot! How many people we got in for? That seems like quite a
21.
bit.
21.
All right.
Well,
Yeah,
we're getting
that's
back
not
to
bad
those
at
numbers. That's good.
Escarino's checked in. So I mean, it might be a difficult task. He's gonna have to do very well. So
well,
he's
with
gonna have
those
to-
guys checked in, I think it's near impossible for him now, which it should be.
3 stages.
That was
3
his
stages,
first.
right?
Yeah.
So he could get 30. He'd have to get pole, fastest lap,
Yeah.
lead the most laps.
Still
He'd have
can
to
get
pull
about.
Yeah.
He can still
He'd
only
have
get
to-
about 80.
He'd have to basically pull a Ray
think you're
Hanneman
right.
from Phoenix and
Yeah.
have it fall perfectly for him, with everybody that's ahead of him that is close enough just doing absolutely terrible finishing in the last running positions in order
There
to
has
make
to be
that happen.
there has to be about a 60-point swing, so it's almost impossible, because even if Brent and Curtis get dead last, they're still going to get 20 something points. That's going to put them up to 120 or so.
They'll get 20 something points.
So Mason,
If
at
they
the very,
run 70%.
if they even get dead last, is going to have a 60-point race, which is
Not impossible.
No, it's not impossible, but
He's going to
pretty
have to
hard.
have probably the best race of his career in order to make it
Right.
happen. So I wish you luck,
Yeah.
Mason, for sure.
No, you don't.
I wish you luck.
Do
I
you?
do.
Dayhoff,
Oh,
I do.
Dayhoff and Post have checked in as well, Mr. Chase. So
Yeah, I figured they would. That's fine. I'm not worried. Post, I am worried about Post for the win. I'm less worried
Yeah.
about him getting me on points because he's 47 back. But if
Yeah,
Post goes out
that's
there
a
and
lot
wins the
back,
race,
yeah.
I'm screwed. I'm out of it right there, just alone. But I'm gonna have to.
yeah.
I'm gonna have to outpoint the guys ahead of me. That's just what it comes down to. And I don't want to knock my teammate out, but if I gotta knock my teammate out, I will.
Now, as far as for the final 3 for that, Will pretty much has that locked up. Bryce Tucker is just 70 points behind Will. So Will pretty much has the regular season locked up.
Yeah.
Bryce Tucker at 376. I am 2 points behind him, so maybe we can swap there. But not too far behind is also Bobby Grady. I mean, he's only 11 points behind me, so that's
And-
easily going to happen. And Wilder's probably going to miss, right? Oh, no, you will make Monday, right?
I'll be there. Yeah, I'll be there Monday.
Okay. Well, I mean, you even got a chance to hop up in a second, to be honest with you.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
tight.
we'll see.
The top 5 are tight.
Yeah.
Minus, or the 2 to 5 are tight, and then everybody else is just really tight. 7 to 12 is really close. So
Yep.
it's going to be interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, the better you finish in the season, the more playoff point bonus you get going into the playoffs. So you definitely want to finish the best you can. Other than that, we don't really get anything for first loser, but probably go ahead and tell Will congratulations on that. So, I mean, he had a good season. So
All he's got to do is show
For
up for
sure.
the race, and he's there. He's got
Yeah.
it locked. So
yeah, it's
Him
still
and Fry have dominated for the most part. Him
Yeah.
and Fry have dominated. Bobby's been right there. Bryce has definitely been right there. Tucker. So
well, you've been
they've-
there
they've
twice.
been
I
above-
know. So
but they've been above us, like more consistent, anyways. Bryce and Bobby, I feel like. But good for them. Good job, Will.
I was kind of pointing this out I think to Wilder, who are the best two in this Gen 6? The guys that come down from Cup. I mean, Fry and that. Then who is second and third in points is the Trucks last season winner and runner up, me and Tucker.
Yep.
Then after that is our top contenders in Trucks right now, which is Bobby, Wilder. So I think how we're I think our tier system is working out well if that ain't
I
proof
think
right
so.
there of kind of
Yeah.
where everybody lines up in the standings. It's Cup guys, last season's winners, this season's
Yeah, but even
truck
even
guys.
in the standings, like Fry is only is sitting in 6th in the standings. I think he missed a couple of races.
He did. He's missed 3.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
mean that's the difference right there. But he wasn't he was definitely beatable, as was Will, obviously, this week at Michigan. So I mean, I think
Oh yeah.
there are certain tracks where they are going to be beatable at.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean,
Yeah.
I think our tiered system is really, really working though, and I think we should. I mean, honestly, I think having it is going to really help everybody out as well. It's going to give those progression to the guys that are below and something to strive for. Like this series in the Gen 6 is the one to strive for right now, because it is the one where you get to battle with the people you're contending with in your lower division in the trucks, as well as the people in the upper division that is in the Cup series right now. So
Right.
it's a great mix.
Yeah, for me it's nice racing with you that I raced with last season, and Wilder that I had some good battles with. Kern and Fry. Do I think I'll get a win in Gen 6 this season? No. No, I don't. I don't think I'm good enough here. But
I
next
didn't think
season,
so either, but
maybe.
yeah, I don't know. You have a shot. You can win a race here for sure in Gen 6.
I didn't think
yeah.
I had a shot at one either, and I thought I had a shot when I got to the end of the race at Michigan this past week.
Well,
I felt like I was right there.
Yeah,
So,
but
yeah.
well, I didn't think I could do anything at Dover last season, and that's when I got my very first win. And it again,
Yep.
so I guess you just never know on tracks.
And you didn't think you were going to win the Talladega, which you wouldn't have if we hadn't had a caution a mile from the end.
Talladega. Nobody brags about Talladega, I would hope, except
Yes, you do.
Mike.
Some
No.
people do.
No,
Mike.
you brag about Talladega when you win the trucks and the Cup Series race there in the same week.
No, it was Xfinity. It was Xfinity.
Oh, it was Xfinity. That's right. That's right. We were talking about you getting the full sweep at Talladega in the Cup Series. That's right. That didn't work out though.
I don't even think I finished that race.
I didn't even think you started that race, did you?
I think so.
Oh, did you? Was that before softball? I can't remember.
Maybe. Because I would have skipped softball for a triple.
Of course you would have. Of course you would have.
All
right.
Shoot.
On to ARCA.
Oh.
And I will pass the mic over to you guys because.
Pass that over to Wilder.
Pass it over to Wilder then. Let's take a look at it.
It was at Martinsville, 150 laps. A lot of laps for these guys to. I mean, this is the 0 to 1500 I rating. We're trying to get these guys to learn a little bit. A lot of them are very new. Some of them are more experienced, but there is a lot of new guys in there. So we're trying to get them to race as clean as possible. So we have the IPL there, and there's a lot of guys that kind of took. Well, not a lot. There's a couple that took the route of just kind of sacrificing the race and riding in the back to get 0x, and it worked for a couple of them. And then we had a good battle. I mean, I felt like that green flag run where they had green flag pit stops, and then it seems like it happens a lot in this series where we have a green flag run and then everybody starts pitting, and then a caution comes out in the middle of the pit stops and gets some guys trapped a lap down. And it kind of causes some funky things where you have wave arounds and people pitting that were at the front, and then the people that got trapped a lap down got a wave around, and a lot of crazy things happen, especially on a short track like that. There's not a lot of time to catch up or to take a long pit stop anyway, so things kind of get confusing. But Mr. Forrest Martin, he came out on top with Kerry Conaway, Mike Burns, Thad Miller, and then newcomer Shane Johnson finished 5th. I thought it was there was a lot of cautions, I'm not going to lie, but there was also a lot of good racing again. It kind of is, I think, how this series is probably going to go most races, to tell you the truth. There's going to be a lot of cautions kind of at the beginning till everybody gets settled in, and then we'll get a green flag run and get settled down, and then maybe some more cautions at the end, just people pushing hard to try to get the win. But good job for us, Martin. Only 6 incident points at the short track, which is pretty darn good. I mean, there was a lot of bumping and beating and banging throughout the whole race. And Mike Burns got third, which is good for him. He was trying to get off that IPL. He did. That's his best finish, I think, in this series. And that bumped him up in points too, to where he is almost in the playoff battle. And this is a good playoff battle as well, man. We got a good. They have 2 more races, right? They got Dega, and then they got Charlotte before they start their chase format there. But a real close. I mean, all the way down to 15th, and even the 16th, 17th, they all have a chance to make it in. So good battle at the from probably 7th, 6th, 7th, all the way down to 17th. Good battle there.
Yeah, I mean, you don't get stage points, so these are really just position points and bonus points. So if you see a double-digit lead or maybe in the 20s and 30s, that's a really good lead. It's way more magnified because there's only 1 point per position, But definitely, if like 11th and 12th, down to 15th for sure. Other than some of these guys don't show up, yeah, that can really change it up. So, let's get in here, reset the points, get your bonuses, so then you can, kind of like a whole nother season. You can get used to all these guys. That's why I like, just get into the playoffs or the chase, then you can really hit the ground running. But overall, I thought Martinsville, it really wasn't that bad because we did get that good green flag run. But you're right, that is like twice, man, that we've bunch of
I think it's 3
guys
times now.
maybe
Yeah.
maybe 3 times those cautions come out just at bad times where it just traps everybody down and somebody stays out. But then Martinsville, it's we mentioned before, we mentioned afterwards, just the way you pit on those short tracks. If you pit on those short tracks and you're at the back and try to get 4 tires and fuel, you're probably going a lap down.
Yeah.
So you have to be careful. So track position is king on those short tracks. But overall, I thought it was an all right race. I mean,
I know you said there was a lot of cautions, but there was only 47 laps of caution, which is still way better than what we did at Nashville Fairgrounds.
Yeah, I extended it too.
Yeah,
and I extended it quite a few times. Yeah, a couple different times we had to extend it just to get people lined up correctly.
And that's less than a third of the laps under caution, and that's way better than what we did last season in trucks at Nashville Fairgrounds. So I mean, overall, far and away exceeding expectations, I feel like.
And looking at the penalty thing, which is what I even noticed as well, a lot of the guys, they were missing a lot of incidents. And you know how hard it is on Bristol, Martinsville, some of those really tight corners. You come around a corner, if somebody spun out, there's not a lot you can do a lot of times. They just all of a sudden they're in your view. But a lot of guys did really well missing a lot of these. And
I saw the parking lot incident. Holy cow, that was wild.
Yeah, my SDK was showing everybody crash, but it was everybody just stopped on track.
Yeah,
I was like, I don't know who to pick.
Yeah.
But Scott Rush, I mean, he was like 4th or 5th down on the IPL list, and now he did a 0x at Martinsville, 155 laps because we had to go extra, and he's now like the 7th best IPL in the league just after one race. But that's what 155 clean laps will do.
That's what we've always said though. When you're on the IPL, you have to sacrifice a race in order to get off of it. He did it. He finished in 18th, which is 1 spot better than what he started. Got the 0x. He was 11 laps down, so he did 144 laps technically. And still with the 0x, that's huge.
Yeah, I mean, that is he went from like a 155 to like a 104. So
yeah, that is massive change.
Yeah, so now going into Talladega, which could be bad on X's. It may not be, but it could be. He has a little wiggle room. You don't get a lot of laps on those big super speedways, so it really hurts your percentage. But normally, someone getting loose up front collects 90% of the field. So
Vegas is a little bigger than Daytona, at least. So hopefully
wider.
people can avoid stuff a little bit better. Forrest Martin, though, our winner of the race, he had 6 incident points. So you can run up front and stay on the lead lap and race a little bit, which he was racing, and still keep your incident count low. I mean, he's the best on the IPL list. He's a .065. He's ahead of everybody that's ran more than 7 races, which is Dayhoff is second below that. And he's got Dayhoff by quite a bit, actually. Dayhoff's a .085, and he's .065. So, I mean, it can be done. Everybody says, it's not possible. It is possible.
no,
It's
no,
possible. Definitely possible.
no. Go ahead and tell me where Drew is on the
Drew's
IPL.
done pretty good too. He's a
Yep.
.117.
Okay, and then tell me
But
where Thad Miller is, second place in points.
Thad Miller, he is a barely .147. He is barely hanging
147.
on.
So at
Yep.
least with the top 4 and still the top 3, it's almost like it's a skill
Mhm.
to just not have X's. I just want to point this out.
Well, I'm looking at the incident per lap as well, and Quinn McLean, who's 5th in the points right now, .098.
Right, there's a correlation to this, ARCA guys.
Yes.
I really need you to
Yes,
listen.
there is.
Jace Keller, who's been racing up front, he was in contention for the win. He's at a .138. He's still below that .15.
You race clean,
And
you're
that's-
gonna find yourself up there. These guys have another set of skills that maybe some of these other guys haven't quite developed yet on the awareness part, being newer. But they'll get there. But I'm telling you, if you're cleaner, you'll finish better. It's not always about being super fast. There's a lot of things you can avoid, which then you get in a wreck, have to use a fast repair, end up in the back, have to fight your way through with not so many laps left. These guys probably don't do that a lot.
And I mean, we can't stress it enough. We understand completely that some of these incident points are not going to be your fault.
Oh, 100%.
It's going to happen. You can only control what you can control. So just control that part of it. And the other stuff, that's why there's 0.15 leeway. That's 15 incidents per 100 laps. I mean, that's you should be good on that most races, to tell you the truth.
Right.
15, you're not going to get 15 incidents in a 100 lap race, and you have 0 part in any of it. That's not happening.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
Exactly.
So just realize, we're just trying to stress that, we want clean racing. We want these races to be watchable on the YouTube channel. We want it to be fun for everybody that's participating. And when everybody's just pacing around, especially when you get to Talladega next week, pace laps are not fun at Talladega. They take forever.
Oh, they are.
So,
They do.
So, yeah, just make sure. I mean, I think a lot of people are getting it. A lot of the drivers are getting it. There's still some that aren't, but there's a lot of guys that are, and they're really paying attention to it, and they're doing their best. I saw a lot of guys that were given room on the bottom in Martinsville. They would see a guy was going to come in, and they went just a little bit higher, and they left some room. You can do that at Talladega. You can go 5 wide at Talladega, but
Don't
you just gotta
suggest it.
No.
But
You
let's,
can do
if you're coming around the 4th turn and it's the last lap, I get it. 5 wide, go for it. I don't give a shit, go for it. But if it's lap 2, there ain't no reason for 5 wide. The guys you're driving around. There's a lot of unexperienced guys. So just, be patient. You'll get up there. If you're fast enough, you'll get up there.
Listen, there should be no excuse for people pushing in Talladega. There are no stage points in ARCA. So what's the point? You can just hang around in 25th the whole race until the last 8 laps before you start making your move. There's no reason to push it even 3 wide.
Ka-chow.
Yeah.
And if you're able to stay green flag pit stops is going to cycle people out that are slower, especially the people that are slower on pit road. So practice your pit road entry, practice your pit road speed don't go too fast. Don't go too slow. Practice your pit road entry and exit, so that way there, if a green flag pit stop arises, you've got that in the back of your mind. You know exactly how far you can push that car as you're coming into the pit road and as you're going around turns 1 and 2 on the apron, because that right there will save you a ton of time, and you could put yourself from near the back of the pack about halfway closer to the front of the pack and be in a position to actually maybe lead the race and win the race. So
and at least for those of you that are on a team, definitely practice that in the practice session too. Practice
with
going in and how that. Now we don't mind if you go in on the left lane at the super speedways when you're side by side with teammates and things like that. Yeah, we're not gonna. That's okay because we know a green flag pit stop, everybody fans out. It's that we really don't bust too much balls on green flaggers going down the right lane. It's the cautions where people are trying to go in, trying to pass people under caution, going in the pits. So
now that doesn't mean under green flag conditions you can ride down the boxes either, though. Make sure you're in the pit lane.
Right. But we know if there's a team before, y'all all have to fan out to get in there. But yeah, definitely practice that, because going in with a team and coming out with a team, although I don't think we've ever came in with 4 and left with 4, something always happens every single time.
Usually somebody forgets to check off tires,
or accidentally takes tires or speeds or spins out or something.
Yep, something. But getting that practice is important.
If you're not on a team, I mean, hit one of these teams up. Get these other drivers that aren't on a team and get in the open chat, so you can have somebody to pit with and you can work with somebody. That's going to help out a lot. I'm hoping there's going to be a lot of green flag laps. I'm not sure exactly what the pit window is going to be, but we're going to make it to where you guys got to pit a couple times, maybe 3 times. So just be aware of that. And yeah, I think overall, I think the whole series as a whole is going the right direction. It was short track racing, of course, so there's going to be some extracurricular bumping and things like that. So don't get discouraged by the last race. I mean, it's a short track. There's going to be that. So now we got a big wide track, but yeah,
they better get used to it. They got a few more shorties coming up too. We got Iowa, which isn't really a short one, but you got Kern coming up.
Man, that track is fun. Kern
is fun.
It's wide though. It's wide. There's some room to go there. Yeah.
So that'll be our first time in HVRL. Any of the series have ran on Kern, so it'll be nice. So it is nice getting feedback on some of these truck races. So we'll probably scratch Gateway Road Course off, but then on to Homestead. See, we can't put her on the schedule from here on out. But overall, Wilder, how do you feel like the ARCA series is going overall? What are the pros and cons and things guys need to work on and that are doing well?
I mean, I like that it's. I mean, we're getting better. You can see like guys are learning who they can race around and like who they can push, and they're getting comfortable probably with people. I know the guys up the front. We see them a lot on the broadcast, so I know they are. I mean, they can beat and bang around the whole track and kind of be fine with it, and they kind of known the guys. There's a middle pack too that's doing really good about racing around each other and not wrecking each other and things like that. But I mean, it's a short track. You're going to have a lot of incident points that are just kind of, I mean, they're hairpin corners. So you're coming around the corner, you don't know there's an accident there. I mean, you can see your car maybe sideways, but it doesn't mean you're going to be able to stop in time. So that kind of stuff's going to happen. But I like it. It gives a lot of these guys a chance to win. We've had multiple different winners here too. It hasn't been dominated by 1 or 2 guys. I know Dejas got a sizable
7. We've had 7 different winners in this one too. Like our parity is up and down, man.
Thad Miller hasn't won a race. He's in second. I mean, he's just been consistent, flat out. Drew won didn't he win the Kansas Road? Yeah. So, I mean, he's been up there most of the race. I mean, Quinn has been super consistent. We don't even talk about the McLean dudes all that much. Every once in a while we do, but I mean, they are super consistent.
No, they're just quiet and and just consistent.
Yep. Keller's been up at the front a lot of times. John Chill won a race. Corey Moore's been up a lot of the races. Revel has just been another consistent guy. James Bolka, I mean, I don't know that we've talked too much about James Bolka, but he's sitting 12th ahead of the cut line, so he's doing something right. I mean, he's hanging in there. But a lot of these guys are you don't have to win to get up there in points. You know what I mean? Just be consistent. I think that's the key, and a lot of these guys are figuring that out. Hopefully, they continue on and try to push into the Truck Series next year, and that's kind of what we're looking for and hoping. You know.
Yeah,
I will say,
oh, go ahead.
I will say a lot of the drivers that you mentioned, like Dayhoff, I know he races in everything pretty much in the league itself. Drew's been racing in Gen 6. So he's got some experience outside of just this ARC car. Jace Keller has raced in Gen 6. He races in trucks. He races in this. So he's got experience across the board. Corey Moore races in the truck series with us. Josh Revel has raced in the truck series with us. So some of these guys you're seeing extra seat time is also playing a factor in that as well. Brent Escarino, I know he's outside right now of the cut line. He's 27 points back, but he's racing with us in the Gen 6. So I mean, you're seeing some of these guys start to get some extra seat time. Those are the ones that are going to start to push their way forward. So again, can't stress enough how important seat time is.
For sure. I do want to give a shout out to Mike Burns though, because I mean he started his new team. He had his best finish yet. I believe he finished like 6th last week too. So I feel like he's
Yeah,
making
he
a
had a good
push.
push
He's
last week.
racing real
Yep.
clean. Then here he is tied for 13th. 2 races left and only 6 down. So I feel like he's starting to turn a corner. There's little plateaus I was at myself, and I couldn't qualify good. I started qualifying good. Then I started getting top 10s, and I started breaking in to top 5s finally. And then you there's a little lull there for a while where you just stay right there, but it'll go up. It'll go up. Then you can start getting wins. Then sometimes they'll just keep on for a little while. So
Just keep putting the time in.
yeah, yeah. Even if you level out, it'll go up eventually here, another 6, 7, 8, hell, maybe another season or whatever. But it just takes seat time. You're not going to jump in here and win this season. You're going to have good drivers. Half these guys may return. Then we're going to invite 30 more in, and 6 or 7 of those are going to be Brandon Dayhoffs and Thad Millers and Andrews. So there's always going to be good guys coming in. So you can't just wait for the good guys to leave. You're going to have to improve. You want a shot at one of these titles and plaques. So, but Matt, pretty much same question to you as I gave Wilder over the trucks. How's the season going in trucks? Do you feel overall? And
I think it's been great, honestly. I mean, the trucks have been more competitive than I think we anticipated, really. Only one two-time winner so far this season, and it was by 2/100ths of a second because of a wreck on the last lap. I mean, yeah, we said there's no way we can match what we did in season 2 this season, and we are doing that and surpassing it. I feel like the competition is at an all-time high this season. Drivers that were new, we had no idea about, are pushing their way into the playoffs and really making it difficult for people like me who are right on that bubble. And it's exciting for the league as an admin. It's really, really exciting for the league to get some of these guys in, and hopefully we can continue to retain them into the higher divisions, including the Gen 6 and whatever else is above that. So yeah, I'm really enjoying the truck series. It's making me be very much more competitive. As a team, we've done very, very well about the racing as far as like working with each other as much as we can, trying to help out as much as we can. And yeah, it's been great. Honestly, I couldn't be happier.
it has been great to watch, and just really good, clean racing for the most part. Good green flag runs. So I I mean, I enjoy calling them both, to be honest with you, just to see some of these ARCA guys test out some of these tracks as well. But the trucks has just been awesome to broadcast and watch, even as a fan. So, and then the Gen 6 for me, of course, it's the only one I'm running in this, in our league. But I mean, I couldn't be really happier. I mean, sure, we can have more, but I feel like we have to build up to that. We got to promote these guys, and it probably takes time to build up our third tier. But man, it's fun racing in Gen 6. All those guys,
It is.
you can beat and bang, and nobody's doing anything on purpose, So, and it's competitive, man. Like if you get a win there, you have earned it, 100% earned it for sure.
Oh yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah. So, well, anything else, guys? I think we covered about everything, huh?
One last thing, I want to also put an talk about the race on Labor Day.
Yeah.
We got the money race on Labor Day. We want to try to get as many people signed up for that as we can from within the league. So if you are interested, we are racing the trucks at Talladega on Labor Day. It's a normal start time as we always do. It'll be 7:30 Eastern, 6:30 Central. Session will open, and we'll have the 30-minute practice with the 100-lap race. Is that what we did? I know it was a bigger one. So it's a 100-lap race at Talladega. It's $10 entry fee with a 70-30 split. So 70% of the winnings will go back to the racers. 30% will go to the league to help pay for the plaques, pay for the broadcast stuff, all that stuff that the expenses that we have for the league. So if you want to help us out, definitely let one of the admins know. Doesn't have to. Any one of us is fine, and we will put your name down for that race. So.
Oh yeah. We did Talladega, so anybody can win that race. 3 of you guys are gonna get a decent amount of money back. I'm hoping to see a lot more ARCA guys signed up for this than have been. That's for sure, because the ARCA guys haven't, because it's on, I mean a Monday, and then are we racing? No, we're not even racing that day after. So you think they'd want to race,
We're
just to get
racing
a
the
race in.
All-Star race
Yeah.
is the day after.
Yeah,
So.
the All-Star race is the day after. Y'all are off that week, so I was hoping they would want to join in some too. So, but yeah, if y'all do, just hit up an admin.
Yeah, I'll just say, this is it's kind of a donation to the league, and we would all appreciate it. Mr. Happy here on the bottom of the screen is footed the bill for most of this stuff from the beginning, just so you guys know. And we're trying to kind of prevent that from happening, in the future. And we don't want to have to charge people for this league at all. Basically, we would like to give out the plaques and everything else, and keep all the same broadcast level that we have. And I mean, as far as the graphics and everything, and we need help doing that. We can't. We all pay for you guys to race, basically. I'm going to put it that way, and that's kind of what it is. I'm not being a dick about it. I'm just telling you, like for the ARCA, I pay for all the sessions. Like it's fine, I'll pay for it, but I mean, we can't do this forever, paying for it all, So just consider it a donation and just helping us out. Even if you run a lap or you don't run a lap, just if you want to donate too, we'll take a little donation, $5, $1, doesn't matter. So
every little bit helps.
That's all I wanted to say about it. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for the plaques, I mean we do 2 per season for each series. That's 2, 4, 6, 8. If we got that, 16 plaques per year is what we'll do, plus SDK. All the graphics and all the hard work these guys put in. Nobody's making a dime, that's for sure. I'm just trying not to lose as much.
Yeah.
Is all.
Exactly.
But we'll do a few of these. We'll try to do a holiday race every race, and you don't have to get in all of them for sure. But if you get in like 1 or 2 throughout the year, I mean that'd be awesome. That's just $10 or $20 that you're losing. Then we get only 30% of that. So because we definitely want to give back too, and heck, those guys can win $100. So that'd be awesome for them.
Yeah, you might come out. Yeah. Yeah, you might come out the winner.
Yeah, well,
never know.
Yeah, especially Talladega. Those are all crapshoots.
Yes, sir.
So,
especially on a race like that, there ain't no points on the line.
Yeah.
It's just balls to the wall.
Send it. So, all right. Well, I guess that about does it. What do we have coming up, Matt, as far as races?
Well, we got Charlotte for both the trucks and Gen 6. Those
Yep.
will be Sunday and Monday. The schedule.
Season
let's see.
finales. Regular season finales. We'll
Yep.
crown the regular season champion.
Yeah, the trucks are going to be running 167 laps, and then the Gen 6 will be running 200 laps. ARCA, you are racing at Talladega. I was just looking at the schedule a minute ago. That's a 70 lapper.
70, yeah.
Yep. And then after that, we get into the playoffs for trucks and Gen 6, and the finale for the ARCA regular season. Regular season is the following week at Charlotte. So,
man, I'm looking forward to our playoff system this season since we changed formats from the chase, from trucks to now the playoffs. Man, the 12 we have in there now in Gen 6 and trucks, man, it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. The schedule turns into a cupcake for the Gen 6. Apparently, it's it's a grueler of a beginning
after
to the
that
season.
first start, anything's a cupcake.
Yeah, I suppose so. After Rockingham, you mean?
Yeah, and that other one. What was the other one? That was
Daytona
the one before
or
Michigan.
Oh, New Hampshire.
Yeah.
New Hampshire was fun.
I thought it was fun too. I was just bad at it. That's all.
Yeah.
We're looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to see if I can maybe put myself in position to win at Talladega if I'm in the playoffs, because I'm not going to win at Watkins Glen. I can tell you that right now. Auto Club could be interesting for me too. We'll see. Those are two good racetracks for me.
Well, I could tell who made the schedule.
Yeah, because I made it specifically for me. You're right.
Around 12, you knew you were going to be right around 8 because that's what you do.
Yeah. Okay.
But then you made a very advantageous round 12 for yourself. I see.
I just made it. Honestly, super speedway, long track. That's fun. I think it's fun. Everybody else thinks it's fun that I've ever talked to. And Watkins Glen, which is a wild card. Road racers will be good at it. Round of 8, Chicagoland is a good track. Dover is a fun track, and New Atlanta, another super speedway.
Oh, unfortunately, I think I will be missing. I talked all this crap to Will too, and I had to move our vacation 1 week forward, so I think I'm gonna miss Dover in the round of 8. That could screw my chances up too. Most likely will boot me out.
You'll have to go out there and win in Chicagoland. What do you mean?
I've never done good well. Never done good there.
Good well.
Yeah, good or well. Or there.
And then, you know what? The championship 4, the round of 4, I think is a good group of races as well. Vegas, Bristol, and Homestead.
That's a good group of. It's a little bit of everything there.
And that was my schedule. So with a couple of additions and subtractions by Happy. Happy didn't want to run Darlington, is what it was.
Nobody wants to run Darlington. We had to take. We had to take 2 tracks off of there because other people. So.
I know.
So, all right. Well, we'll catch y'all next time. Appreciate it.
Yes. See you guys.